accounts are equal. What can I do? Sri Tiruchi Siva. Tiruchi Siva, please.
Sir, black money is an expression used as a
That is no
reference
consideration, Baba.
to the
What are you
tax evaded
saying?
money. Sir,
You could have given him some more. You could have sacrificed your time for him. You did not do that. Yes.
sir, black money is an expression used in reference to the tax evaded income, sir. So the tax evasion deprives the nation of implementing some programs for social inclusion and economic development. And at the same time, sir, it burdens the genuine and honest taxpayers by paying higher taxes. Sir, sir, kindly bring the order.
Now silence, please. Order, order. Order, order. Now listen to Tiruchi Siva. Please. Order, please. Order in the house. Sit down, all of you sit down. There, no, that kind of talk, all talking should be, okay. Now please.
So the tax evasion
Now please.
deprives the nation to undertake programs for social inclusion and economic development, and as well as it burdens the genuine, honest taxpayers by paying higher taxes because of revenue leakage and because of this tax evasion, sir. Sir, while the black money within the country curtails the economic development, the money stashed away abroad by way of evading tax could be used in ways which could be a threat to the national security. Sir, in the year 2009, a writ petition was filed in the Supreme Court against the center to recover the money that has been stashed away in foreign banks, especially Swiss banks. And in the year 2011, followed to that, the government constituted a high-level committee. Whereas Supreme Court, on hearing the writ petition, directed that the same high-level committee be appointed as a special investigation team, SIT. And the SIT has submitted so far 2 reports, and some more reports are pending. In the meantime, in the year 2011, the then Finance Minister tabled a white paper in the Lok Sabha, which provided a strategy to curb the black money menace in the country, which also said that the habitual and serious offences of tax evasion should be considered as a crime, and physical and penal procedures must be provided. So also the prosecution mechanism of the income tax department has to be sharpened, as well as the direct tax laws and procedures have to be streamlined. In this regard, sir, the government having recognized the limitations in the present legislation has tried to bring in a new legislation, sir. But what is the difference between the existing legislation and the new legislation which is to be brought by this bill, sir? Sir, the procedures as far as the provisions in the bill related to tax authorities and the tax assessment methods are one and the same. So all the process of appealing to the appellate tribunal or the High Court or the Supreme Court are one and the same. There is no much difference between the existing legislation and the bill which is to bring in a new legislation there. What is new in it is, there is a one-time compliance opportunity is provided to those people who have undisclosed assets, foreign assets, within a limited period which will be decided by the central government, I hope, after this act comes into force. And once the person gives a declaration of the undisclosed of his foreign assets, he has to pay a 30% of the tax, which is also in the present tax, in the Income Tax Act, sir. It is one and the same. It is for both disclosed and undisclosed. Whereas this bill, if it becomes an act, imposes that the person who declares who gives a declaration of his undisclosed assets, sir, has to pay 30% of the tax, and also would be required to pay a penalty of 100% of the tax. That is more than another 30%. That makes no difference. It is similar to the early voluntary disclosure scheme provided for the nation, those people who had black money in this country. Now this is for the foreign assets, 30% as tax, and another 100% of the tax paid means it's another 30% tax to be paid as a penalty, sir. And this is the only one thing. And one thing they told that the declaration which the person has given will not be used as an evidence against him to be prosecuted by any law. And this is the only provision, sir, I think this bill has brought in. And there is the punishments differ. The present act says that the punishment for this is 6 months to 7 years. And the bill which is proposed has said that it's from 3 years to 10 years. So the punishment period has been increased and the penalty has been increased and nothing more special in this. So, sir, only one thing which I would appreciate is this bill provides for the provisions will also apply to banks and financial institutions aiding in concealment of foreign income or assets of resident Indians or falsification of documents. So this includes the banks which are also aiding for such amounts which are tax evaded amounts to be deposited, sir. In that way, only I think this is a step forward, but this won't bring the result which the country is expecting. We have been insisting for many a time, this tax evasion deprives the country of implementing programs for social inclusion and economic development. So I think this has to be much faster and much, I think this bill which has been intended to bring in legislation has to be much more stronger than only the result, desired result would be bigger.